Long ago, deep inside a vast jungle, filled with towering trees and winding rivers, there lived a powerful lion. He was feared by every creature in the forest. When the lion walked through the jungle, the ground felt heavy beneath his steps. Birds stopped singing. Monkeys fell silent in the trees. Even the wind seemed to pause. The lion believed the jungle belonged to him, and because of that belief, he hunted whenever he wished. Sometimes he hunted because he was hungry, but other times, he hunted simply to remind the jungle who was king. Day after day, the animals lived in fear. The deer were afraid to graze in the open fields. The rabbits hid deep inside their burrows. The antelopes never stayed in one place for long. Every rustle in the bushes could mean danger. Finally, one evening, the animals gathered together near a large river to discuss their fate. The deer spoke first. "We cannot live like this anymore," she said softly. "Every day one of us disappears." A monkey shook his head nervously. "We are always running, always hiding." Then the wise old elephant stepped forward. He had lived longer than anyone in the jungle. "There is only one way," the elephant said calmly. "We must make a deal with the lion." The animals looked at each other with fear, but they knew the elephant was right. The next morning, they went together to the lion's cave. With trembling voices, they spoke. "O mighty king," they said, bowing their heads, "instead of chasing us all day, we will send one animal to you every day for your meal." The lion thought about it. He liked the idea. Hunting required energy, but if food came to him willingly, life would be much easier. So the lion agreed. From that day forward, every morning, one animal walked slowly toward the lion's cave. Some were brave, some were terrified, but all of them knew there was no escape. Days passed, weeks passed. Then one morning, the animals gathered again, and this time, it was the turn of a small rabbit. The rabbit was tiny, much smaller than the animals that had gone before him. The deer whispered nervously, "How can such a small rabbit satisfy the lion?" The rabbit listened quietly. Then he smiled. "I will go," he said calmly. So the little rabbit began his journey, but he walked slowly, very slowly. The sun climbed higher in the sky. The hours passed. Meanwhile, the lion waited impatiently at his cave. His stomach growled with hunger. As time passed, his patience disappeared. When the rabbit finally arrived, the lion exploded with anger. "Why are you so late?" the lion roared. "And why did they send such a tiny creature?" The rabbit bowed respectfully. "Your Majesty," he said gently, "it is not my fault. There were 5 rabbits coming to you today, but on the way another lion stopped us." The lion froze. "Another lion?" His eyes burned with rage. "Another lion?" he growled. "Yes," said the rabbit quietly. "He told us this jungle belongs to him. Now." The lion slammed his massive paw against the ground. "This jungle belongs to me. Take me to this lion immediately." The rabbit nodded. "As you wish, Your Majesty." So the rabbit led the lion deep into the jungle, through tall grass, past ancient trees, until they reached an old well hidden among the rocks. The rabbit stopped. "He lives in there," the rabbit said softly. The lion walked toward the well and looked inside. In the dark water below, he saw a lion staring back at him. Beside the reflection was the rabbit. The lion roared with fury, and the lion in the water roared back. Blinded by anger and pride, the lion jumped into the well to attack his enemy. But there was no enemy, only water. The jungle became silent. Moments later, the rabbit turned and walked back toward the forest. When the animals saw him returning alone, they were shocked. "What happened?" they asked. The rabbit smiled. "The lion has fallen," he said quietly. And that day, the jungle celebrated. From that moment forward, the animals lived without fear, and they remembered an important lesson. Power may look unstoppable, but sometimes, a quiet mind can defeat the greatest strength, because true victory does not always come from power. Sometimes, it comes from wisdom. If this story gave you something to think about, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom for more stories that carry lessons beyond time, because sometimes, a simple story can reveal a truth that stays with us forever.